but it appears she has decided not to do Unrivaled, even though Aaliyah Boston's doing it, Lexi Hull is doing it, Kate Martin is doing it. But perhaps the shared sponsor between Unrivaled and Caitlin Clark can make people feel better in the meantime. And I'm not saying Clark was treated well in her inaugural WNBA season, her rookie WNBA season.
Their association with the league now carried a taint of dishonesty, jeopardizing future collaborations. For Caitlin, this wasn't just about setting the record straight. It was about protecting her name and legacy. Her calm, calculated response contrasted sharply with the league's desperation, cementing her reputation as a class act and a role model. Caitlin Clark has proven that she's more than just a basketball star. She's a fighter who won't let anyone take advantage of her name or reputation. But here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark was never part of the plan. When the league unveiled their roster, her name was nowhere to be found.
Unrivaled did everything they could with all their marketing to make it seem like Caitlin Clark was in the league, to try gain interest in the league. And then, as soon as the mystery players were announced, we're not even going to fill it up. We're going to release 2 mystery players to keep intrigue.
One player tweeted, "Using someone's name without consent is beyond disrespectful. Caitlin deserves better, and so do her fans."
Yeah. Well, I told Lex that sometimes I'll just commentate some games and she's like, all right, we'll do it right now. And then I didn't really know she was recording until a little bit ways through. But I don't know, it's just kind of fun. And I've kind of been following the Phillies. So I kind of know some of their players and stuff. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I messed up a few times, but that's a hard gig. And also, I was out of breath and exhausted. So shout out to all the commentators out there. I did it for 2 minutes and I needed a break. So, and in baseball, there's a lot of dead time. So you have to find some random things to talk about. So I was talking about his shoes.
The Unrivaled League, a new 3-on-3 basketball organization, used Caitlin's name and image in their marketing campaigns without her consent. Caitlin's decision to sue isn't just about money.
You know what? She seems to be okay promoting other players, as she always does. But I do think that she probably just said, you know what? This time, this is too much. This is too much. I'm not letting them continue this drag on 3 months of will she, won't she.
It's about principle. But the question remains, will this lawsuit set a new precedent for athlete rights? Or will leagues continue to exploit big names for profit?
And they don't need Caitlin Clark. But if they didn't really want Caitlin Clark, we wouldn't have seen this press of attention, and we wouldn't have seen them speak about it on the record the way that they did.
It all started with a simple Instagram post. Fans who had purchased tickets expecting to see Caitlin were outraged. The betrayal wasn't just a letdown, it was a blatant exploitation of her fame. While the Unrivaled League was busy celebrating their ticket sales, Caitlin Clark and her team were quietly preparing their next move. Refusing to be used as a pawn in the league's desperate marketing ploy, Caitlin took legal action, filing a lawsuit to hold the organization accountable. Caitlin's decision to sue isn't just about money. The Unrivaled League, a new 3-on-3 basketball organization, used Caitlin's name and image in their marketing campaigns without her consent.
Caitlin Clark and her team were just pissed what Unrivaled have been doing. Obviously, they used her for promotion for Unrivaled the whole time.
They hinted at her signing, stoking rumors that she'd join their upcoming season. By standing up for herself, she's sending a clear message that athletes' names and legacies aren't commodities to be exploited. Her fans rallied behind her, flooding social media with calls for refunds and boycotts of the Unrivaled League. Rather than lashing out publicly, Caitlin maintained her characteristic grace. She let her legal team and the truth do the talking. In a statement through her representatives, she emphasized the importance of integrity in sports and thanked her fans for their unwavering support.
Caitlin needed a break from being assaulted, Valatorn insulted, and watching people capitalize using her name and exploiting her talents while getting ticket sales.
It appears Unrivaled has gotten its answer, and Caitlin Clark is out. According to a report from ESPN, Clark will not play in the new 3-on-3 basketball league.
Most people believe leagues and organizations should respect athletes and their legacies. But what happens when a league crosses the line, using a star's name to sell tickets without permission? Caitlin Clark just exposed one of the most shocking cases of name exploitation in sports history, and her response could change the game forever. Caitlin's camp made it clear she had no involvement with the league, And the truth quickly unraveled the league's deceptive narrative. WNBA stars and other prominent athletes rallied around Caitlyn. One player tweeted, "Using someone's name without consent is beyond disrespectful. Caitlyn deserves better, and so do her fans." As the truth came out, the Unrivaled League found itself in the middle of a PR disaster. Social media exploded with demands for refunds as fans expressed their anger at being misled. Many vowed to boycott the league entirely, turning what could have been a promising start into a cautionary tale. The Indiana Fever shared a video of Lexi Hall grinding in the gym, perfecting her free throws and drills with a caption that read, "Back in the lab." Fans quickly flooded the comments with praise for Lexi's relentless work ethic. But it was Caitlin Clark's response that stole the spotlight. Her three-word comment, "She's inspiring truly," may have seemed simple, but it sent shockwaves through the Fever fan base. This wasn't just a compliment, it was a powerful endorsement from the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year, highlighting the deep respect she has for her teammate. Fans immediately picked up on the authenticity of Clark's words, calling out the genuine bond between these two rising stars. It wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about how Clark and Hall represent the best of what teamwork can look like. At first glance, Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hall might seem like an unlikely duo. Clark, the fiery rookie, brought energy and confidence to the Fever, while Hall, already a seasoned pro, offered calmness and quiet resilience. But from their first practice together, it was clear they shared something special. During an early team scrimmage, their coach blasted music to simulate a loud game environment. While most players powered through, Caitlin bluntly shouted, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." The room went silent until the entire team, including Lexi, burst into laughter. That moment broke the ice, marking the beginning of their unique friendship. Off the court, the duo has become fan favorites for their hilarious TikToks and lighthearted antics. From dancing challenges to reenacting funny moments, their videos showcase a genuine connection that feels more like a sisterhood than a professional partnership. Their friendship isn't just about fun, it's about pushing each other to be better. Clark has often praised Hull's defensive tenacity, while Hull has highlighted Clark's leadership and ability to elevate her teammates. But what happens when a league crosses the line, using a star's name to sell tickets without permission? Caitlin Clark just exposed one of the most shocking cases of name exploitation in sports history, and her response could change the game forever. Stick around because this story isn't just about Caitlin, it's about the fight for respect in sports. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's breakout star and one of the most recognizable names in basketball, just found herself at the center of a scandal that's rocking the sports world. One thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark has shown us all that when you bet against her, you're bound to lose. Most people think star athletes are all about their own stats and glory, but Caitlin Clark just shattered that myth. In just 3 words, she stunned fans by revealing the incredible bond she shares with Lexi Hall. This unexpected show of admiration has everyone talking, not just about their game, but about how their friendship is redefining teamwork in the WNBA. Stick around to see why Caitlin's comment is making headlines and changing how we see sports partnerships forever. Clark's ability to draw defenders opened up the court for Hall, giving her more uncontested shots. One standout moment, a game against Seattle where Clark's no-look pass set up Hull for a wide-open three-pointer. Hull sank the shot effortlessly, igniting the crowd and boosting her confidence. Since then, her three-point shooting percentage has climbed to nearly 70% in key stretches, making her one of the Fever's most reliable shooters. Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hall aren't just teammates. They're rewriting the script on what it means to support each other in sports. But here's the real question. Can this dynamic duo lead the Indiana Fever to a championship? And what's next for their growing partnership, both on and off the court? One thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark's comment about Lexi Hall was just the beginning of a story that's inspiring fans everywhere.